Hi everyone, so I will be discussing maximum this Leetcode daily challenge problem, maximum points that we can obtain from cards. So in this problem we are given several cards arranged in a row and each card has an associated number of points. The points are given in the integer array card points. In one step, we can take one card from the beginning or end of the row and we can only take exactly k cards. So the score is the sum of points of the cards that we have taken, and now given this card points array and integer k, we want to return the maximum score that we can obtain. So now we so for example in this case, if we see the maximum sum that we can obtain here in this case is 12, and we for that we have to choose three elements from the end. And similarly here, the maximum sum, we can either take these two or these two to get the maximum sum, which is 4. Now the observation here in this problem is that so for if you want to choose three cards, then we know either we can choose a 0 card from left and 3 card from right, 1 card from left, 2 card from right, or 2 card from left, 1 card from right, or 3 card from left, 0 card from right. So these are all the uh, 4 possibilities for this example. Because case 3, we have these 4 possibilities. Now um, so so what we can do is a brute force approach would be to basically calculate these sum. So we can calculate the uh, basically for this case we can basically loop through the last 3 elements of this array and calculate sum, and let's say it is sum 1. And similarly in this case, second case, we can choose one element from here, two element from here, and calculate sum 2. And similarly for this case and this case, and then basically we can take the max out of all these cases. Now so if we calculate let's say if n would have been very large, so let's say n would have been 10 raised to the power 5 and k would have been 10 raised to the power 3. Now for this 10 raised to the power 3 value of k, we would have so it is 1000. So um, we would have 1001 possibilities, and we would want to um, calculate sum for all these cases. And if we see, there would be a lot of repetition. So for example, if we calculate sum for 1001 from right in the first case, then in second case, sorry, 1000 from right, uh, and in the second case we would be calculating for 999 from right, and so on. So if we see, we are doing this these repetitions for the calculation of sum. So we want an optimal approach so that we already have all these sum pre-calculated. So for that we can calculate the prefix sum. So for example, Um, now for let's say array would have been 7 2 3 4 5 6 1 and k would have been 3. We could calculate left prefix sum and right prefix sum. So it would be 7 9 12 16 21 27 28 7 9 12 16. So this would be the sum, and from right side also it would be 1 7 12 16 19 21 28. Now this would be the sum. Now what we have to check is that initially we want to see the sum of the left k elements, and we choose nothing from the right. So we choose k elements from left and 0 from right. So here k is 3, so 3 elements from left and 0 from right, which means that we want to see the sum at this position, because 3 elements denote the second index, so we want this sum. So it is 12. So we have a max variable which is initialized with -1. So we update -1 by 12. Now the second case is that we choose 2 elements from left and 1 from right. So in this case, we would check the sum from left. This would be the sum, and from right it would be this sum. So it would be 10. Now 10 is smaller than 12, so we would not update. Then we calculate this sum, 1 from left and 2 from right. So this sum would be this value 7 plus this 7, which is 14. So this 14 is greater than 12, we update. Then again we choose 0 from left and 3 from right, 3 elements from right. It would be 12. So the sum would be 12. It is smaller than 14. So, and now we stop the iteration because we have checked all the 4 cases. So the maximum that we can obtain is 14 for this example. So this is what I have also done in the code. So in the code, I have first calculated this left prefix, and also I have calculated this right prefix sum. So these left prefix and right prefix can basically be calculated by so let's say for left prefix, for the 0th index we would simply keep this 7 of this input array, and then for the next elements we would add this previous uh, sum and plus this nums, so it would be 9. Then for this 3 it would be 9 plus 3, which is 12. For this 4 it would be 12 plus 4, which is 16. Similarly 16 plus 5 21, then 21 plus 6 27, 27 plus 1 28. So this is how we can calculate left prefix, and similarly we can calculate right prefix by keeping 1 here and then adding 1 to 6, which is 7, and then adding 5 to 7 12, then adding 4 to 12, 16, and then 3 to 16, which is 19, and then 2 to 19, which is 21, and then finally 7 to 21, which is 28. Then after that, um, I am basically calculating the sum for all these cases. So um, initially when this original case k, so it is 3 in this example. So initially it would be 3. So initial case 3 and k is also 3 initially, and max is -1. Now here uh, basically I am obtaining this subtraction, so it is 3 minus 3, which is 0, and this case is when we just want this sum of these left three left elements, k elements from the left. So it would be simply 12. So max becomes 12. So max becomes 12 here, and then k is decremented to 2, and this original k is 3 only. Now this subtraction is 1. So when it is 1, we go here in this condition and we check this left prefix of k minus 1, which is this left prefix of k minus 1, which is left prefix of 1, which is 9. So we calculate the sum 9 plus, and for the right prefix we uh, check for this sum, so it is 1, which is 10, so we don't update this max. Again ORGK is 3 and k becomes 1. In this case we have one element from the left, which is 7, and for the right it is 7, so it is 14. So this max is updated. Then now ORGK is 3 and k becomes 0, and in this case we just want this right prefix sum only, so which is 12. Now 12 is not greater than 14, so and now k becomes 0, we would stop. So now k becomes 0, and after that it is decremented to -1, and so then this while loop condition is stopped and we finally return max, which is 14. So the time complexity of this optimal solution would be simply be O of n, and space complexity would be O of n, because we are using auxiliary space for left prefix and right prefix, and time complexity and this n denotes the length of this card points.